Okay, well, my mom and dad sent me some presents here for the pups, and obviously there's a few in here for me for Christmas. Um, my mom works at a animal shelter, and they get a lot of donations and such, so I'm sure that's where some of this stuff come from. I mean, it was brand new, still packaging on there. So anyway, we're gonna get Hilda to come here and get this. Come here, easy. Oh shoot! Get it, get it. Typical day in the house here. I mean, there's a million toys out in the living room right now, but I gotta get these ones. Okay, here's the cabin epoxy. It's 5 o'clock, Christmas Eve, and I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it, go hang out with the dogs for the night. So inside the cab here, I recoated everything with epoxy, and so far no problems on the back or top anywhere. Most of the dash is looking great overall. I mean, I've got a couple runs here and there, but remember, this is in epoxy, so I feathered down earlier in here today, and I'm going to have to come back and hit it again because right there I've got that wrinkling, and I have that same problem over here for whatever reason, and I know that this is where I had like high build, well, I had epoxy, high build, gray paint, feathered that down, put more epoxy on, and then that's it. So I had some there, and all of this is where it was feathering. So I still got some issues, but overall the entire thing seems to be handled. I know I'm going to bite my words here if I go to spray paint here in a couple of days or a week or whatever, and it wrinkle up again. I'll freaking throw a fit. But I've got the temperature up to about 65 in here right now, and I'm going to let this sit. I mean, it's already to this. If I touch it, it's dry. This right here is dry. However, with it wrinkled like that, it's kind of like almost like it's a little sticky because it's raised up. So I'm gonna let it sit, and then I'll sand it down again probably tomorrow. But I'm gonna go hang out with the pups for now. Okay, by now you guys all know that I have like no attention span for anything. So while I'm waiting for the garage to heat up so I can touch up some epoxy, I decided to go ahead and just mess with my steering wheel. Now there's a lot of good videos that I've watched in order for me to figure out how to do this. Anyway, Fasticat had talked about one, and then there's a guy named Chris Craft. He did one as well, and so I'm just going over what I've learned from them. And I took my steering wheel and I got a cheap hammer, like a Harbor Freight bit, and I'm digging out the cracks. You know, this thing's just covered in them. The worst of it is here, and I still got another crack I gotta dig in right there. I cannot focus. Right, pretty much right where the 27 is, if you can see the tape measure. There's one right there. I started going around, and I'm just going here and there. And here, I haven't gone all the way through yet. You can see a very short line there. So I started V-cutting it, and I'm going to go around the whole thing just to save you the horror of having to wait around for all of this. But this is all cracked. There's another crack here. I'm just going to go right on through. Bring it on down. Okay, now I'm just taking that wire brush to the little ribs in here. You know, 50 years worth of grime, you know, nasty hands, and just sitting out in the dusty field probably put all this in there. But I already scrubbed out those and these. I found a couple more cracks, like one right here. I had to go dig out. So now it looks like I've got all of the cracks all cut down, both sides, even in here. Now this is potential for disaster with this one, because it's got two big cracks in there, but I dug those out a little bit, and I will put in a tiny bit of epoxy in there. And just be careful with this. I mean, it's $190 for a new steering wheel, repop steering wheel. I just don't have $190 right now. So one of these days I will, but for now I'm going to fix this one up. Alright, that first coat is dry, so I'm going to go ahead and hit it with another one and let it dry for a couple hours. Alright, Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and cut it for today since I have a party to go to here in a little bit. But I've got the high build going on here, and the epoxy putty is waiting on the steering wheel. So, cab redo part 5000 and steering wheel part 1. So I'll put up another video with more results on that. So, alright, you all take care and check in with you later. Thanks.